Internet, my name is Madison. If you are new here, welcome. I do a bunch of stuff on this channel. I love plants, I love animals, I love video games, I love arts and crafts, I love the color pink. If you love any of those things, feel free to subscribe to my channel, like it if you liked it, leave a nice comment, hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And in today's video, we are going to be covering how to propagate a purple passion plant, which I already did here. And I also upsized it one size so that it'll have room. But yeah, if you want to know how to propagate a purple passion plant, just stay tuned. Plant, tray, pruners, sphagnum moss, container, wipey, alcohol, water. That's all you need. So I'm going to put all this aside and then I will go over the first step. Okay, so the first step is going to be to take your plant out of the pot. And I recommend that your plant be watered when you do this, just so that you don't have soil going all over the place. So you just want to squeeze the sides of the pot to get it to loosen away from the sides. And then you hold the plant from the base and then slowly pull her out. And voila! You have a plant. Congratulations. And then next you want to break apart the soil and try to separate all of the pieces of your plant as best you can. And obviously do this gently because you don't want to disturb the roots too much. Because purple passion plants in particular have quite sensitive root systems. And just take your time, you know, there's no rush unless you have to leave for work in like 20 minutes like I do. Okay, and we are going to be repotting this plant into a bigger pot today. So I broke up the soil and the roots as much as I could, just so that, you know, the roots don't keep swirling and swirling and swirling in a circle in the pot. Okay, now I'm going to leave that there. I should probably go get the pot I'm going to put it in, huh? Ow! That over there. And now we are going to disinfect our pruners. This step is very, very important so that you don't spread any diseases or viruses or any gross stuff from one plant to another plant. So I'm just going to take some alcohol on my paper towel here and then wipe. I'm not going to start singing a song about wiping, okay? I was about to, but I changed my mind. And the next step is going to be to prepare our propagation station, we're going to call it. I have in this bag just plain sphagnum moss. This is reptile sphagnum moss. I don't think there's a difference. This is just what I had on hand. I use it for my leopard gecko. I'm going to probably buy more after this, but we're going to grab some sphagnum moss, put it in the container, and I'm going to wet it with my water.
I'm just going to make sure that the water is well incorporated in the moss. Perfect. Okay. Should I use more? Maybe. You can use soil instead of sphagnum moss if you would like. I just don't have a whole lot of soil on hand right now, and this is what I have, so I am using sphagnum moss. I just don't recommend that you use water because purple passion plants have really sensitive roots and they're really prone to root rot. Perfect. Just like that. Wet sphagnum moss in a Tupperware container, and you're Gucci. Put that aside. Okay, next part is going to be cutting the plant. Dun dun dun! It's not that bad, I promise. It's scary, but not that bad. Okay, so with purple passion plants, the reason why I'm cutting up this plant is because, as you can see, it's about to bud flowers. And in terms of purple passion plants, that is bad. That means once these flowers bloom, the plant's gonna die. So it's important that once you see this happening, you repot it, propagate it as fast as you can, because this plant's gonna start to decline real quick. And the flowers smell like rotting meat, I was told, that I've read. So, yeah. And you would know this, you would know all of this amazing information if you watched my purple passion plant care video, which I will leave a link to in the description. So make sure you check it out. Okay. So, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to cut off the flower buds, just like so. Okay. And now we're going to propagate. You want to cut under a node. A node is just where your leaf meets the stem. So you can cut anywhere along the stem. Just make sure you have at least 5 or 6 inches of stem. So I'm probably just basically going to be cutting each stem in half and propagating them. So I'm going to cut mine. I hope you can see this okay. I'm going to cut mine right about there. And that is my no! That is my no! I'm so clumsy. Okay, is anyone else clumsy? Anyway, this is the piece that I cut, and we're going to propagate. So now what you want to do is you want to cut all of the bottom leaves off of this piece, okay? And why do you want to cut the bottom leaves off? Well, that's simple. That is because you do not want any of your leaves touching the wet media, because it will be sad and it will get soggy and gross and not good. Okay, Okay. So, this is about as much as I cut off of the stem. Just like that. And you can use rooting hormone. I just don't have any. I don't really know how I feel about it. I've never used it. And I'm not going to use it today. So if you don't want to use it, don't use it. If you have it, use it. Up to you. And you're just going to take it, pop it in there. Get her in there. There we go. So cute. And now we're going to do the same thing to the other stalk. Clean up all these leaves. Okay. Going to cut it once again about halfway. Right there. Ta-da! And we're going to cut the leaves. That is about all the leaves that I'm going to cut off of this one. And I'm going to pop her in there. Actually, I might cut a few more. These leaves are a little long. There we go. Perfect. And then I'm going to pop her in, just like that. And ta-da! We have beautifully planted propagations of the purple passion plant. Now, because eventually, once this roots, I'm going to be popping it back into the pot. I am going to upsize the pot because the previous pot, this plant was getting top heavy and it was starting to grow lopsided and falling over all the time, so yeah, that's why. So I'm going to get our pot ready and I'm going to get my soil. The soil that I am using is Tank's Green Stuff, and it is the mix that Becca de la Plants curated with them. And if you don't watch Becca de la Plants, what are you doing with your life? She is amazing, she is precious, and I love her with all my heart and soul, and I want her to be my plant wife, okay? Just check out her channel. You won't regret it, okay? Anyway. There. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to reuse the soil that's in here because it's really not that old and it looks great to me, so don't waste things if you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And if you didn't make a mess in the process, you weren't repotting a plant, okay? And I have just enough soil left to do my other project, which you will be seeing shortly. But yes, that is how you propagate a purple passion plant. Just make sure that you keep the humidity somewhat up on these plants. I don't find that my purple passion plant needs that much humidity, but while rerooting, it is a good idea to keep the humidity up. So I'm going to be putting a Ziploc baggie around this, and I'm going to put it in a bright window, and then in a few weeks you should have beautifully rooted purple passion plant pieces, which I am then going to plug back into this pot, and we should be good to go. I will keep you updated. If you would like future updates on this project, feel free to subscribe to my channel, like this video if you liked it, leave a nice comment, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video, which will be a repot with me with my Tridescantia over there that I received for Christmas from my very special friend. So, alrighty. I will see you in the next video. Bye!